like outside of the dorms, bro, you gonna have roaches, okay? You gonna have roaches.
Let's vibe, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch. Why?
Hey you guys, it's Naimahrae and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join the fam because we stay lit over here. You feels me. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how are you guys doing today? Once again, apologies for the lighting because the sun keeps going in and out behind the clouds, you dig? But anyways, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, this is another story time about one of my roommates because you guys really enjoyed the last one, and so I said, okay, bet y'all want to see this mini series then. So that's exactly what this is going to be. If you haven't seen the last one, I will link it in the description box down below, and it'll also be right there. You feel me? Right there. Y'all know I talk a lot. I like to ramble, so I'm just go ahead and get into the video. You dig? So yeah, this was my second year of college, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, first semester it was cool, you feel me? Like all my roommates, we got along well, you know, we lived in peace and harmony. And then second semester of sophomore year, one of my roommates actually moved out. Like, I don't know if she transferred or whatever happened to her, but she moved out and another girl moved in. We gonna name her Lulu, okay? Lulu moved in, and so I was like, oh, okay, like cool, whatever. When Lulu moved in, I honestly can't tell you guys when she moved in. Like, I don't really know. It was kind of like she was just there. Like, I didn't know her name. I didn't know I didn't know her. I didn't have her phone number. That's what I was trying to say. I didn't have her phone number. I didn't know her name. It was like literally like living with somebody that you just say hey to. Like, you don't talk to. You just be like, hey, just to be nice. That was literally what it was like. Like, that was how I was living with her because I didn't know anything about the girl. I was trying to be very optimistic about the whole situation because I wanted to make more friends, and I didn't want a repeat of what happened my freshman year to happen again. So I was like, okay, you know, maybe she's cool or whatever, you know, maybe I can make a friend. And honestly, I don't know, I was just getting a little bit of an off vibe about her, right? Now let me tell y'all, I had 3.5 issues with this girl, okay? 3.5. And I'm gonna break down each one, and that's pretty much gonna be the story time. Issue number 1 was that, you know, couple days in of living together, maybe like a week or like some days, okay? Some days go by, a little bit of time go by or whatever. And you know, I noticed that Lulu, she liked to cook. She be in the kitchen whipping it up, you feel me? And that's cool. That is perfectly fine. The problem is she would leave her dishes out. Just leave them out. She would leave her food on the stove. There would be splatters like from where she cooked on the stove, and it would just be like, okay. And I know y'all thinking like, dang, can a girl eat? Yes, she can eat, but not for like 3 days. Like, why is your stuff still out here? You should have cleaned that. It should have been clean, and the stove definitely should be clean. Why is your food sitting on the stove? Why? I just want to know, who leaves their food sitting on the stove? You don't want to save it for later or nothing? Like, put it in the fridge? But she will legit like leave her food like on the stove along with the food splatters. So I was just like, okay. And like, you know, then like after about a few days, maybe a week, it'll disappear. And it wasn't in a trash can, so it made me question, like, did she eat it? Or like, I don't know, that's none of my business. If you want to eat food like that, do you, boo-boo. Do you. Issue number 1.5 was that, like I said, I told y'all Lulu would be chefing it up, but she wasn't a quiet chef. I don't really know who is a quiet chef. I don't think there's such thing as a quiet cooker unless you're like, I was gonna say making a bag of chips, but you can't make a bag of chips, Naimah. Get it together. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, that's besides the point. She wasn't a quiet cooker, and she liked to cook like pretty much at midnight, like literally either at midnight or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., always somewhere in that time frame. And I didn't understand because she had an early class, and I knew she had an early class because I had an early class. So while I'm in bed, she over there whipping it up in the kitchen, click, click, and clank, and clank, and clank. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to sleep, bro. I'm trying to sleep. I just want to sleep. But sis was a loud cooker, okay? She was loud, and she was nasty because she left the food out, and she would leave it all over the place, and the dishes, no, okay? That was issue number 1 and 1.5. Now let me tell you about issue number 2. So Lulu you know, she did hair. She braided hair, you know. She knew how to do all that and whatnot. And, you know, I don't knock nobody's hustle, okay? Like, we are in college. We struggling college students. Do what you gotta do to get your money, okay? Do what you gotta do. The problem was, okay? The problem was, after Lulu would do people's hair, she would have, like, I don't know if she tried to clean it up or not, but literally, like, the living room and the kitchen was right here, okay? They was like right here together. Like, they was like step over you in the kitchen, step over you in the living room, like they literally right next to each other. So pretty much, like, Lulu, when she did hair, like, some of the hair would end up traveling into the kitchen. Like, I don't know, I don't feel like it was intentionally, but it still would end up in the kitchen. And it was obvious too, because just long pieces of, like, braiding hair is in the kitchen, like big balls of it. Like, I know you noticed this. And so, like, when she cleaned it up or whatever, I'm like, okay, cool. And she would always use a broom. That was not good enough for me. Since I have a vacuum, I let it be known. One of my other roommates that was in there, she had a vacuum that was like in this little pantry closet thing that we had. So I didn't understand, like, why she didn't, like, vacuum to, like, clean up the hair, but she didn't. And I was kind of disturbed because there would be hair in the kitchen, okay? There's already dust in there because these dorms is dusty, but now there's balls of hair in there too. Sis, I know you see this. I know you see this. You gotta look at your feet every now and then. I know you look down and you see this hair. I know you feel it in between your toes. Like, really? 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 And on to the last issue, which is issue number 3, okay? This was the top of the, what's it called? The piece of the cake? The top of the y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Dang, what is it? The top of the cake? The icing on the cake. Yeah, that. This was the icing on the cake for me, okay, y'all? So, pretty much, Lulu was complaining about the air because, first of all, it was the middle of winter, okay, when she moved in. So, like, it was still cold outside, and we had the heat on, obviously, and at night we, like, turned it off, and then we would turn it back on during the day. So Lulu was complaining that her vent was blowing cold air, and we were all kind of confused because we were like, well, I mean, the heat is on, like, I don't understand how it's blowing cold air. And, like, she was talking about how it was really blowing cold air and it's bothering her and da-da-da-da. And so she had put in a maintenance request for it, and maintenance came and pretty much told us, well, she wasn't there when maintenance came, but maintenance told us, like, there's nothing wrong with the room because the vents is all the same, and each, like, I don't know what he said. He was just saying they're all the same. I guess they were all connected or something. So they're all, if something's wrong with one, there'll be something wrong with the rest of them. And so we was like, oh, okay. And so we would have texted her and told her, but we didn't have her number. And mind you, at this point, we still don't know her name. And, like, we probably live about, like, a month or two, like, into the semester. But whatever. Lulu was really complaining about this air and how it was blowing in her face and da-da-da-da. And so sis started sleeping on the couch in the living room, y'all. Like, I mean, she had a whole camp out. She had her pillow, her blanket, her laptop, slippers. I don't know. She would just make a little camp out there. And first of all, when I first saw her out there, it literally scared me because I didn't know she was out there. So I was terrified. I mean, I don't know who would have got in the dorm because, like, that thing locked up, like, super tight. But anyways, that's the point. I was scared, okay? She scared me. But then, I don't know, like, she was, like, trying to go back and forth between her room and the living room, but then she, like, permanently ended up in the living room, and she was sick. Like, when I say sick, I mean, like, sniffles. Like, she was, like, laying down all day type sick. Like, she needed some soup or something type sick. It was bad, okay? And, you know, wintertime is, like, flu season and stuff, and I'm like, sis, why are you in the living room? The living room where people live at. You in here with your sickness, spreading sickness. Huh? So I was really upset because your girl is kind of like, I'm kind of a germaphobe. Like, I'm not super germaphobish, but I'm like a germaphobe. So I was really not with it. I was like, why is she on the living room couch? Like, we could all get sick because you're in the living room. Like, this is like the whole area. Like, we have to go to the kitchen. So, like, yo, you cough one good time and travel over here and boom, I'm sick. So I was just like, no, this cannot be happening. So I was really upset. My roommate was also upset. Like, I remember we didn't know she was out there one day, and we was trying to Lysol down the place, and she was out there, but she was asleep, so we just Lysol down the kitchen and the living room, and we literally, we sprayed over, you know, just in case. But I was just like, ma'am, I understand that you believe that your vent is blowing cold air, but it's all in your head. You need to move your bed around or something, because you cannot stay in this living room. And I felt like there was no nice way to tell her, like, hey bro, like, you gotta go to your room because I don't want to get sick. I feel like you can't, like, there's literally no possible way to tell somebody to, hey, go to your room, I don't want to get sick, without it coming out sounding a little on the mean side, especially when you don't really talk to the person like that, so they don't really know your personality like that. Because I told y'all, it was like living with her was just like, you just say hey to people and just keep it pushing. That's how it was, okay? That's literally how it was. So I didn't really want to say anything because, like I said, I didn't want to repeat of what happened last year, my freshman year. So I was like, I don't really know what to do. So me and my roommate, we decided to go to the RA, which I'm just gonna tell y'all now was completely pointless, because turns out they was friends or cousins or god siblings, or it was something like that, but they was close, so it was pointless for us to even go to the RA because he didn't really help us. So he was pretty much telling us like, oh, you guys should grow up and just do it yourself and da-da-da, just tell her that you don't want her. And we was like, bro, we don't even know the girl name. Can you at least give us her name? Like, so he pretty much like forced us to go in there and tell her like, you know, what was going on. He had us do like a roommate agreement so it didn't seem like we was coming at her about like being in the living room. And this girl was like, oh my gosh, y'all will understand why this frustrates me in another story time. Sis was like, I'm anemic. Bro, I don't care how anemic you are, heat is not gonna feel like cold air, okay? It's not. It's not, okay? Or at least it shouldn't. I don't know. I'm not anemic, but I don't think it does. Like, if you're anemic, can you comment down below and let me know if heat feels like cold air to you guys? Please, just let me know. I just want to know. Just try to see something. Just try to see something. Anyways, and I was just like, okay. I was like, if you was anemic, you should have said something, for one. For two, there's no cold air blowing in your room, bro. Like, you cannot stay out here. You gonna get somebody sick, okay? And by the way you acting like you like sick. Like, I mean, like, sis was laying on the couch all day, like, hair a mess. She sounded terrible. She looked terrible. And that's how I knew. I was like, bro, you are like sick, and I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't even want that. I don't. No. The RA had to come in and, like, I guess he kind of helped resolve the issue. After that, she went back to her room, which was cool, I guess. But I don't know. I just, point blank period, moral of all three of those scenarios is, sis would have been cool, okay? She seemed like she had a really great personality, because I really am not trying to dog her out, y'all. I promise I'm not. Like, she seemed like she had a really great personality, and, like, she would have been a really cool friend, but she's one of those people that you, like, cannot live with. Like, because I was just like, bro, like, this is not okay. You leaving your food on the stove, there's hair in the kitchen, and then you get sick and think that staying in the living room is okay. Like, bro, do you care about anybody else in this room? Like, we could get sick too. Do you care about that? I just feel like she would have been cool, you know, if I didn't live with her. But yeah, she was nasty. I'm just gonna be honest. She was nasty. She was not the right person to live with. And I just remember that when we did the cleaning agreement to leave, like, for that semester, we made sure she cleaned the kitchen, because, like, y'all, it was so, like, it was so bad. Like, I just don't understand. Just moral of the story is, you guys, clean up after yourself, okay? When you live with other people, you need to clean up after yourself. I don't care how you live in your home area, beam, room, living room, household, whatever you want to call it, okay? You need to clean up after yourself when you living with random people that don't know you, okay? Because then they're going to think you nasty. Because I think she nasty, personally. And I don't, no. Because, like, then if you live like that, like, outside of the dorms, bro, you going to have roaches, okay? You going to have roaches and other types of creatures crawling around. And that's nasty, okay? We don't do that around here. We clean up after ourselves around here, okay? That's pretty much the end of the story. It wasn't really like a solid like story timeline. It was kind of just like 3 issues that just kind of overflowed eventually, but I still wanted to tell it because it's part of my little roommate issue series. I still have plenty of story times to tell about my terrible roommates, because literally this is just the tip of the iceberg, you guys. The tip of the iceberg. Whew. Anyways, if you like these type of videos and you guys want to see more from this series, please let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, especially if you made it this far, and I already said comment. Oh, follow me on all my social media at naimahrae on Twitter and on Instagram, and it's always in the description box down below. Send me video ideas, you guys, because I'm not even about to lie to y'all. I'm not even about to lie to y'all. I've had the worst creator's block, and I've literally been going through it. Send me what you guys want to see, okay? Let me know what you want to see. You views me. But anyways, with all that being said, what? Yes. With that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight, I'm just trying to have a good time.